Hi friends, Evolving Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. So today we are opening a Journey Together Elite Trainer box. As you can see here, it is part of our Master Set Monday series. We like to work on our master sets by opening packs and products of the sets where we're still seeking a master set. Obviously, Journey Together is the new set. So I did put together my binder now with Journey Together, so I have at least some sense of kind of where we stand. Of course, it's going to take some time to work on the master set. One nice thing about the Elite Trainer box, if you haven't seen this product, is it does come with this handy player's guide, which has all the cards in the set. It has a little bit of stuff about the mechanics, any new mechanics that are introduced, but you can see here there's nice photos. Some people like to use this to track. I actually like to keep one of these just as a copy of each set, so I'm not going to mark in it. I have a different sheet that I use to keep track of my progress for the master set. Yeah, and then you've got the cover. It does actually have, some of you may know this, if you can kind of peek inside, it does, you can unfold it. It doesn't quite work perfectly as a poster, I find, but it does sometimes seem like a shame to recycle those. And then inside, we'll flip this around, we'll pull out the cardboard. There's this cardboard kind of divider inside. So we get the packs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 packs. There they are. And then you get the items that you would get. You got the condition markers, you got the dice, and the health markers. Oh, it does have, well, it just says EX on it. It used to have the symbol. I think that's back in the Sword and Shield era. Those were pretty cool. All right, one coveted thing we do want is this. Well, it's not like so exciting because it's not the Pokemon Center. So the Pokemon Center does sell, or well, in theory, they do sell a Pokemon Center version of the Elite Trainer box. It's $10 more. And it has 2 extra packs, but the reason that people really go crazy for it is because it has a stamped promo inside that has Pokemon Center on it. And, you know, I'll admit, like, I do try to get, I like having the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs for each set, and I think I'm pretty savvy about, you know, monitoring the internet and keeping track of when things drop. I follow a few Twitter handles for that purpose. I do not pay for a Discord. I do not pay anyone any extra money for that privilege. That just seems a little silly to me. But anyway, I have not been able to get the Pokemon exclusive for Journey Together, or I missed the Destined Rivals drop. I waited in line online. I mean, it's frustrating because I was traveling for work and I was literally on an airplane when the drop went live. And so for those of us and those of you who don't have access, or you just, you know, you have busy lives, you have kids, you have jobs, you have stuff that you can't just be on your computer, on your phone at every possible moment. It's frustrating. And so they say they're going to print more Destined Rivals. I never got Journey Together exclusive. So, and I'm not going to pay double or triple or quadruple MSRP probably just to have one in my collection. So it's just one that I missed, which is kind of a bummer. I wish they would print more, but anyway, that's how it is. So I do have this though. This we need. This is a Black Star promo. We'll get it up close here, if you can get that. So this is number 189. So this does go in the, we do have a binder of promos. I do collect all the Black Star promos. So we did need this. I did want to open at least one Elite Trainer box. Hopefully these are going to be pretty easy to find over time. If you haven't seen any yet, you also get the sleeves. You get the brick of energies. And we'll put the box to the side and open the packs. But anyway, yeah, I got this as a pre-order. I have not seen Elite Trainer boxes in the wild yet. I think some people have had better luck with Journey Together in the wild. I have not hustled as much maybe as I would ordinarily, just because I don't know that it's worth the time, because I just expect to be disappointed. But again, with Journey Together, I was able to get pre-orders in at a local game store and at GameStop, and that's a little bummer because, you know, GameStop said they're not doing pre-orders anymore. So I don't know for the next set, like, you know, GameStop was really helpful in getting this Journey Together product, and so I think it's just going to be less product available next time around. And including, I like that GameStop had booster boxes. I was able to get one booster box. There's a Mamoswine. So there's a double rare. So anyway, I did want to open at least one ETB, and I was able to get several on pre-order, and so I feel fine opening one of them for now. Again, I'm not opening any booster boxes. I was able to get 2 booster boxes, one from GameStop and one from my local game store, both for under MSRP. And yeah, it just doesn't, in my mind, kind of doesn't make sense to open those right now, given where prices are. I'm going to open other products. And also, I just think when you think about building a master set, which is what we're trying to do, I mean, I do like to open some packs because we need the commons, we need the uncommons, we need the trainers. We want the reverses. We'll probably have to buy some reverses eventually, but you know, all this stuff can kind of help with the master set. We need the regular rares. So all these cards can be helpful. So I kind of, and you know, it's just fun to open cards. We like to do that. But yeah, I think Journey Together is going to be one of those sets where I probably open relatively little unless the prices come down and it becomes much more widely available. I'm probably going to open relatively little Journey Together. And at this point already, even just a few days after release, I mean, I guess when this goes up, it'll be a week or so after release. I think we're already to the point of probably just buying singles. I mean, we know that's more cost effective anyway. You know, ripping packs to chase certain cards doesn't make sense. And we're actually like extra lucky with this set. If you watched my first video, Regirock, I think we do need this as a regular rare. So again, the regular rares are fine. We're going to need those. Even the non-hits, we're going to need the double rares. But of course, we would love to get some hits. But like I was saying, we were really lucky because in our first opening, we actually were able to pull the most valuable card in the set, which really helps with building the master set. If you can pull one of those top cards, including, in this case, if you can pull like literally the top card in the set, it just makes the prospect of buying singles so much more realistic. I think in a lot of these modern sets, there's just a handful, 1 or 2 cards that are kind of those chase cards, and then most everything else, especially if you are patient and can wait for prices to come down, you know, most of the rest are at least like, I mean, it's all relative, right? Like whether, you know, what's affordable, but hey, there we go. There's an ultra rare Volcanion EX. Again, ultra rares don't tend to hold a lot of value in the modern TCG or in the modern, you know, with modern cards, but we still need that one for the set. Again, I think the ultra rares, a lot of the illustration rares, certainly most of the double rares, maybe all the double rares, are going to come down in price pretty significantly. I've already started actually picking up some singles. They have a couple local game stores have had Journey Together singles. I'm not going to buy probably too many ultra rares or illustration rares or SIRs quite yet. It's a little early. I think prices are going to probably still come down, especially if there's a sense that the product is pretty readily available. So I think that is my plan, is to probably open some if I can get my hands on some Journey Together, but generally I'm already to the point of probably just focusing on singles. And as far as pull rates go, I think there was some initial sense that pull rates were better in this set, and I don't know, just the data I've seen would indicate that it's pretty similar to what it's been. Double rares might be a little more common to pull, but of course those are kind of the least valuable and least desired of the you know, I don't know if I call it the ultra rare set of cards. But anyway, as far as other, it seems like, you know, illustration rares are about 1 in every 12 packs, which is that's what we've had. Ultra rares might be a little bit harder, 1 in every 15 packs, but that's roughly, I think ultra rares and illustration rares have been roughly 1 to every 12 to 15 packs in past sets. We do not have ace specs in this set. So if anything, I would kind of expect this set to feel even worse. Hopstation EX, I think we have that one as well. There's some double rares we've already pulled and some I've purchased. Most double rares are already bulk pricing. So we have Mamoswine and Hopstation, but I think we have those. We don't have that ultra rare, but again, I wouldn't expect any of the ultra rares to be more than a few dollars within a few weeks of release. And then you've got the illustration rares. It'd be great to pull 1 or 2 of those. But again, I guess we can't complain because we've only opened 14 packs. Well, we opened 12 on the channel. I've opened a few other packs for the daily. And we've already had, you know, we've pulled the most valuable cards, so I think I really can't complain. We've pulled a few other hits. But it does seem like the SIRs are not any more common. They're about 1 in every 2 booster boxes. So again, I feel especially lucky then to have pulled the Lilies Clefairy EX because it, Lycanroc, I do think we need that as a regular rare. Yeah, to pull the most valuable card, you know, in our first like dozen packs is pretty lucky. I mean, it's not just pretty lucky, it's like super lucky because it's still like once in every about 2 booster boxes for an SIR. And of course, there are only 6 SIRs in this set, so it's a smaller set that way. But still, even if you pull an SIR, you're not guaranteed to pull the Lily. So the fact that, you know, you would expect, you know, if you pulled perfectly in one in about every 600 packs, you'd pull the Lily, and we pulled it in our first dozen packs. So that's pretty nice. I'm hoping in here that we pull some of the commons and uncommons that we still need. We do need a couple of the trainers. Like I said, I've built out our binder the other day. So, hey, Ends Reshiram, nice. Illustration rare. I haven't gotten super familiar. Magmortar, I think we might need that too, but I don't actually know. This is the same as the box topper promo. I have both booster boxes that I have the box topper promos included, so that's cool. I'm not going to break them open just to get the promo. Or I don't know if it's technically a Black Star promo, but I don't think so. But the Ends Reshiram, it has the Journey Together stamp on it, the one in the ETBs. But that's good. I'm glad we got at least one illustration where I would have been a little disappointed out of these packs if we hadn't gotten at least one. You can't expect a hyper rare and ultra rare. You can't expect a hyper rare and SIR, but I would like out of these 9 packs to get at least one ultra rare and one illustration rare, which we did. And then we've got also the 2 double rares. We're down to our last pack already. These go kind of fast when you're talking, and also just 9 packs it's a lot of packs, but it's not like a super crazy amount of packs. We have the promo, which is nice. I don't want to forget that one thing we get out of this is the promo card. Again, that's not going to have a ton of like monetary value, but we do need it for the set. So anyway, we'll see if we get anything in our last pack. Again, we cannot complain because we pulled the Lily. I think for it's going to be a while, but of course we still want to see some stuff that we need. And again, any ultra rare or especially illustration rare is going to be extra nice. So we'll see how we do. But anyway, let me know how you're doing with Journey Together. I think it is a fun set, even if pull rates are not better, and even if there's no A-Specs. I count A-Specs as hits, but I mean, one nice thing about Prismatic, we haven't opened a ton of Prismatic, but, you know, just with like the reverse hollow, reverse Pokeball hollows, and, you know, there's some extra stuff in there. But I don't know. I think this set will probably just be a super solid, like maybe above average set in the long run. Noivern, I do think we need that as a regular rare, but we'll have to find out. Anyway, that is what we pulled in our Elite Trainer box. You know, again, if you think about it monetarily, like, I don't know what the price on these are, but they're probably going to come down. And, you know, when you think what you pay for an ETB, what is it? What's retail for ETB now? $50. You know, $50 if you put it towards singles, you'd go a lot further. But we're going to open at least some of this stuff as we get started here with this set. But like I said, I'm already pivoting to singles. There's a big card show in my area tomorrow. As of when I'm recording this, the card show will have already happened by the time this goes up. So I'm definitely looking forward to maybe picking up some Journey Together singles, although I want to be careful because it's so early. I think prices are going to go down on many of them. So anyway, that's how we're doing. This is what we pulled. This is our ETB opening for Journey Together. Good luck out there. Have fun. And we'll catch you in the next video soon.